Welcome back to my channel Into the Oracleverse, where we learn about Oracle SQL, PL SQL, and APEX. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
In this video, we are taking natural language and turning it directly into database inserts inside Oracle Apex with the help of Generate Text AI. And you will see how AI generates clean JSON and how Apex uses AJAX to process that data and insert meeting records into the relevant tables automatically. We'll go step by step through converting everyday sentences into structured field. I have a particular demo for that, and yes, let me start with that demonstration. This builds on my previous video where I explained how to use or how to build this generate text with AI feature within Oracle Apex. If you haven't watched that yet, I have linked it in the description, also in the info section. It will help you understand how we get the AI generated content within Oracle Apex using the out of the box functionality. So let's get started. So here I have an input field where user would be able to type their relevant input. So my final goal is to convert this data, whichever they are going to type here, into meaningful data, into a meaningful record, which will get inserted here. So I am capturing the lead name and then the meeting type. And also the meeting date and emotion rating, etc. So here, sorry, yes. So these are the data which I am expecting in their input prompt. So there are three leads so this is the context that I have set. So right now it supports three lead, but it can be dynamic. So we can, if we are able to set that as a context, we'll be able to use any lead name dynamically. So here I am using three leads name and then three meeting types and this date interpretation. So we would be using two Apex features to provide the context to the LLM on what day is today. So that part will also be covered in this video. And then I also have the emotion rating, which would be automatically detected based on the user's emotion in that particular text. So LLM would do that for us. And yes, so let me get started. So right now we don't have any records here in the final table. And I'll start with this terrible appraisal discussion with Jeff yesterday. So let me click on get response now. See, so we are able to get a good JSON message. Um, and then we have it. So I have provided the input as Jeff, but it has automatically captured the lead name as Jeffrey and and the meeting type as appraisal. And I have just provided it as yesterday, and it has captured the actual date for me. And since it was, I mentioned it as terrible appraisal discussion, so it was able to distinguish this part as one of a very negative meeting experience. So the emotion rating is also captured here. And now, so let me quickly check here. The data has been inserted here as expected. So this is what we will be looking in today's video. And let me close this. And I'll start with a basic page where already have this generate text with AI captured configured, but I don't have this new feature embedded. So right now I'll be using my blog as a reference to build that. First, I'll have to create that particular JSON message, right? So that would be done by the system prompt. So I'll have to go here and this to get or to set up all these configurations, you might have to look at one of my previous videos where I have explained all the uh, functionalities and all, and we will be able to reach at this point with that particular video's help. So yes, I'll replace the existing. Uh, so this would provide context to the LLM. So here, this is what I have provided as a context. And let me replace this for now. I'll show how it is done at a later point. So let me replace it and I'll provide today's date here, 23rd, um, 2025. So now I have a context which is set with which now LLM would be responding with a particular JSON data. Now, once that JSON is received, I'll have to start with the processing of record insertion. To do that, I'll be creating an dynamic action which would be triggered when there is a change in the response, because the once we receive data from the LLM, it is stored in the response, right? So I am using that as a trigger point, and then I am inserting data. So I name this insert data, and it will be triggered when there is a change in this particular response field, and the action would be execute JavaScript code, and yeah. So the JSON is present in P7 response in this scenario. So I'll change that alone. Everything else would be the same. And I'll click OK. So the main functionality of this particular JavaScript code is to parse that particular JSON data and send it to a process that we have. So we are sending it through an AJAX call, and I'll have to create a particular Apex process, which I'll do next. So this is going to be the name of that particular process. And let me do that as well. So I'll create a process, name it as insert meeting, and I'll take this code and paste it as such. Let me validate it. Yes. So let me run it now. Now, I'll provide a sample had a level discussion with Mel. So I'm expecting Melody to be the lead's name, and I haven't provided any date, so it should respond with 23rd November. Let's see what comes up here. See, uh, so lead is Melody as we expected, and then skip level. And since I mentioned it as a great skip level, so the emotion rating is 5, and we have the meeting date captured as well. So let me quickly check this whether the data is inserted, because that's our final goal, and the data is inserted as expected. And finally, so the date part, I have hard coded it here. So instead of hard coding, to make sure we have it as a dynamic one, so we have a feature in Oracle Apex called application items and application computation. Um, I'll just take I'll navigate there first. So within application items, we would be able to create a particular item, and then we would be able to assign values to it using application computation. So let me create a particular item now. Uh, I'll so that is mentioned here. So I'll be creating it with the name today. We create, and I'll name it as today, and I'll create it. And now let me go back and let me create a computation to populate the data there. And the computation item is for the application item today. And when do I need it to be computed? So I'll mark this after authentication, and then how. So let me go with the expression, PL SQL expression, and Yeah, so for now I'll just delete it and navigate here. And now I'll change this context. So instead of this hard-coded date, I'll replace it with the application item that we have. Click OK and let me log out because it is the point is after authentication. So I'll sign out now and then I'll sign in. So now we will be able to check if it is working fine by clicking on session state, and then here we can change it as application item, and we can see that it is populated as expected. The reason why I choose to go with application item for this scenario is we would be able to use the value of that particular application item anywhere within the application in any pages. So rather than generating this, so if we are using the generate text with AI in multiple places where the today's date is needed to be provided as a context to the LLM, so it is better to do it in a single place rather than doing that in each pages. So that's why I went ahead with this particular feature. Now let's see if it is working fine with this scenario. Okay. Had a great discussion with Jeff regarding my promo last time. So it has detected the state and it has computed this. Since I mentioned it as last month and today is 23rd November, it has provided the meeting date as 23rd October. And the discussion regarding my promotion has automatically been, yeah, so it was identified as appraisal meeting, and Jeff, it was, yeah, it was able to map it correctly as Jeffrey. And here I'm able to see that particular value added here. So, so that's pretty much what I had for today. We would be able to extend this functionality in a much better way where we will be able to query from our database with the natural language that would be entered by the user here. And I'll cover all those aspects in the upcoming videos. Thank you so much.
Drop in your thoughts in the comment section, and for more videos like this, subscribe to Into the Oracle World.